Welcome back to another video. My name's Steph and this is my channel where I make stuff. Sometimes I make stuff. Mostly I do recommendation videos. And today we are with you with a video that I've wanted to do for quite a long time because I am a multi-faceted person. Would you believe it? I dip my hands into most crafts. You give me a good ad about a new craft I haven't tried before and I will probably buy it. The current one I really want to try is weaving, and there's these little kits you can get on Etsy and like make little bookmarks, and I still love my physical books. I like buying them. I think they're pretty. I like them on my bookcase. My husband does not like my obsession with books because he says we don't have enough space, which may or may not be true. So this video is because I know a lot of people who watch me, obviously so, and you may be multi-crafted and you may have crafty people in your life and you want to sew stuff for them that will be useful. And for me, I really love project bags. I like them so much that I am trying to set up a, this will be my second, third or fourth Etsy shop, I can't remember. I dip in and out because I can't concentrate on one thing for very long. And project bags, and I just want an excuse to make them. So these are the ones that I've seen kicking around the internet that I think look fun and useful and will test your skills. Yeah. So first off, we're kicking off with Sew Mag, and this is a Japanese rice bag. So it's based on an authentic Japanese rice bag. This beautiful drawstring hold-all is made from simple squares and can be sized up or down to suit your needs. Make it patchwork, add a contrast lining, or even pad out your bag with quilt wadding to create a sturdy everyday accessory to hold your essentials. And I just think it looks really pretty, basically, and really easy to make. And I love me some scrap sewing. I have so much scrap fabric and just loads of scrap fabric basically, but loads of squares because I cut them out. I cut out standard size squares. So this would be perfect for me in all honesty, and it does look like a super easy project to just whip together. Now the next one you possibly would have seen a few times, and it is by Very Shannon, and honestly her pictures are amazing. They're just such good quality, nice and simple, and it's like something I would love to aspire to, but product photography is not up my street. And it's the Reversible Sock Knitting Project Bag tutorial, and again, super simple. Like you can make this all in one colour, you can make it two colours, you have contrast lining, and it's just a simple drawstring. And what I like is that you can use for the drawstring, because you know when you go and buy fat quarters, like the packs, even though you know you shouldn't, they come wrapped in the ribbon. Those ribbons are perfect for project bags. And her tutorial is really good, and again a really simple pattern. So it measures approximately, the bottom is 5.5 inches wide and the height is 5.7 inches high. This one is from Gathered and it is a DIY knitting projects bag. Amy Loudon shows you how to whip up the knitting project bag of your dreams with her tutorial. And again, the fabric choices for this are really beautiful, and I just really like how neutral this one is. What I like about this is it's got pockets on the side, and the drawstrings are like a nice thick rope, which I think adds like a real touch of sturdiness, basically sturdiness, to this bag. Up next is the Spruce Crafts Create, Craft, Collect. That is a mouthful. And it is just a simple project bag, but the closure this time is with snaps, and it's got a beautiful strap is what it's called. And she puts in like how many hours she thinks it would take you to make, and the estimated cost as well. So many knitters and crocheters have a project going, and it's helpful to keep these projects in easy to tote bags. This DIY project bag will keep your work clean and safe while allowing you to take your latest projects on the go. The snaps at the top close the tote enough to secure the items inside, but they also make it possible to pull yarn out as you work, which that does seem to be the case. You can even slip your hand through the strap and let the bag hang from your wrist as you knit or crochet. The project bag, which you can personalise with your favourite colour fabrics and patterns, takes intermediate sewing skills and creates a few hours to create. And again, a really beautiful tutorial, really nice clean pictures, and it looks like something that I could actually make, like kind of instant gratification. And we're watching TV at the moment, and it would be nice to actually start picking up my knitting and crochet again, because it's been a while. I'm not gonna lie, it has been a while. Next up is the So Can She How to Sew a Yarn Project Bag, free DIY sewing project. Now this one is a bit more involved. I'd say it's the most involved pattern here because it's got zips, it's got a metal eyelet in the top to pull your yarn through, and it's got straps. So I wouldn't make this year because I'm not ready for that level of commitment to a bag. It's also got piping. My skills are not there yet. But if you are really good at sewing and you're my friend, I would like this. I don't think I have any sewing friends, but this is something I would like to be gifted to me. If you know anyone who sells this for sale on Etsy in the UK, link me, because it's something I would just buy. So yeah, you can just use this bag as like an everyday bag if you make it in more of like a neutral palette, because it's got the cross shoulder straps, but also you can whip in a bit of knitting. So again, this is a full tutorial online, but obviously you can buy a PDF if you want to support the maker. Now this one looks like a bit of an easier project. It's by Beginner Sewing Projects, which, love the name of the blog, really to the point. How to sew knitting project bags the easy way. And it just looks like a bit of a bucket bag with a strap, one strap, and a button as well. So it's that time of year again when I break out knitting to make some gifts. In an effort to stay more organised, I'm going to show you how to sew knitting project bags the easy way. This sewing project is good for advanced beginners as there are many steps to this project. You will be making all the pieces for the project individually and putting them together at the end. So this does include a little bit of quilting. This looks like a really decent sized bag as well. Like if you've got like a shawl or a jumper on the go, this looks like it would definitely fit that in and be perfect for putting like at the end of the sofa, which is where I hide all my knitting, which doesn't get done. And again, it's got a really clear tutorial as well. And for most of these types of bags, you can look them up and see if they have video tutorials. But for ease, I find it easier just to link blog posts. Now this one is by Hello Sewing, but that's just because it's the first link I clicked on, and it's the Japanese knot bag. There are so many free versions of these patterns online, like so many. And I do have a couple of these. I have tried my hand at them. It's not the easiest sewing. I didn't find it the easiest thing to sew, I must admit, but very handy. I didn't realise how handy they would be. So I would like a couple more, because I do have this idea of having all these beautiful bags and sort of maybe putting them along the wall, like being able to hang them all up. I think that would be really fun. And then just go and be like, oh, I fancy this project today. I fancy this project. It'll never happen, but I like the idea. And I like the Japanese knot bags are really good because you can just put them on your wrist. These, you can customize the size, but if you go with a smaller size, they are definitely perfect for your sock knitting. And last but not least, because I want to make more of these, is possibly my favorite bag, my favorite project bag, and it's the Bento bags. I made a video on this ages ago, last year, maybe a year before, and it is still one of my most used bags because it's just beautifully fits in my sock projects. And you can make these as big or small as you like, and there's even some tutorials that if you make a bigger one, how to attach a strap to make it into like an actual handbag, which again I think is super awesome. So you could use them as like shopping bags, like if you have a big one with a nice leather strap, and then you could throw in your little one, which is your sock inside. So I've just linked the Hobbycraft. There's loads of tutorials for the Bento bags, and they are genuinely a really easy make. I definitely think you could do this as a beginner. Just be mindful of the measurements because of the way you make it, but there is a few different ways you can make it, and I'll leave a couple of links below. But that is my quick roundup of knitting and crochet project bags for the crafty person in your life, even yourself. Maybe this can be a gift to yourself after you do all the sewing for all these other people. Maybe we can sew for ourselves. I mean, I sew for myself because I make clothes, right? But I like these, and I would love one of each of these in my life, I think. And if you have any other go-to bags that you use that you've sewn, let me know, because I'm always interested in trying out different projects, and I love browsing social media, looking at what people make. So drop your Instagram and I'll go have a browse. Thanks for watching, and I will see you probably in another gift giving guide, because I am on a roll with these for sure. And I will see you next time. Let's stop talking now.